Hey loves, welcome back to the continuation of our Niger series. So today is the Monday after the Sunday you just watched, and we're presently on our way to our new location. We had to change accommodations. Where we were at, we wanted to go to somewhere which was closer to all the markets we had to go and visit. So we looked it up, and Oshodi was our best fit. So we booked an Uber to take us to our new accommodation to Oshodi. Now, before we left our previous accommodation, Stacey had been complaining that she's not feeling fine, light headache here and there, and our host at that place gave her some Panadol for her to drink to calm everything down, and it kind of worked for a bit because she was kind of fine till we moved and got to our new location. The moment we lodged in and got things kind of sorted out, Stacey climbed on the bed, and that was about it, family members. The situation turned into something else. Stacey fell seriously sick. That night, our new host and myself went to the pharmacy to get her some drugs, and I came back, gave her the drugs. She slept, hoping that overnight she was going to be okay. But the next morning, family members, lie, those drugs did not work. We found ourselves going to the hospital because the situation even got worse. She could not talk. She was burning hot. It felt like she would collapse, body weakness. I say, before you want to collapse or anything happens, let's just go to this place. So our host took us to this chemist place, and family members can still see fit to talk. So the doctor here was trying to ask her questions like, what's happening, how do you feel, when did this start? So the doctor was like, he cannot administer any drugs on Stacey since he doesn't know what exactly is wrong with her. He cannot do guesswork. He needs to be sure before starting any treatment on her. So we had to take her from here to a proper hospital where they are going to run all the necessary tests on her. So that's how we now left this place. So family members, these our hosts took us to the new hospital. Now mind you, it's not up to 24 hours since we got to our new location, and we just came with shege because our host just started solving problems. Tell me why he was the one who was carrying Stacey up and about, holding her, supporting her. May God send kind people your way. This guy barely knew us, as in we had not spent up to 24 hours in his place, but we came with so much issues, and he left everything he was doing to help sort us out. See, I don't even know how I would have started if this guy was not there, because Miwu is a JJC in Nigeria. How do I start going about all of these places, hospital and all of that? That's how he now brought us to this hospital. We got here, they took all her vitals and all the information they needed, and then the next thing is like, oh, she has to go to the doctor's office. Immediately she's burning hot and all of that. Our host, hey God, I was now like the stranger in all of this because this guy was so caring. He was so caring, assisting Stacey all through the way, holding her. See, this guy was kind to us, and the sweetest part is he did not even know us so well, but he was just kind enough to us. The moment they got into the doctor's office, I was the one who was even standing outside. I felt like I was the outsider here. So I eventually entered the doctor's office, and the doctor even had to ask our host, like, who is she to you? Is she your wife? Is she your girlfriend? Why are you so worried? You could see the way he was so worried on his face. The doctor had to ask him, like, calm down. If she's your wife, I understand, she'll be fine. And I was just laughing, like, you all don't even know. So that's how the doctor now told him to step outside, and I sat inside the doctor's office while they tried to administer her some medications. They picked her vein and infused some medications into it. I think that was to calm her down for the meantime, and then they collected her blood to go and run the necessary tests they needed to do. The doctor was like, oh, in this her condition, she needs to be admitted because she's so unstable, we cannot let her go. Family members, at this point, the cash I had on me was finished. So I'm just like, hey, wahala, what is this? I did not plan to come to the hospital in Nigeria. I came from something else, and you guys are telling me something else. So they said I had to pay a deposit of 30,000 for them to admit her, and I'm just like, I don't even have money on me, and I could not do bank transfer because I do not have a Nigerian bank account. So I still had to pay for the test they had to run on her. And that's how our host, kind enough, he opted to do the bank transfer for us. He paid for the test they had to run on Stacey. We were just sitting on this chair waiting for the test results to come out. This is when it dawned on me how kind this guy was, because this guy barely knew us for 24 hours, and he's opting to spend money on us without any guarantee that we're even going to pay him back. Because what's the guarantee that we're going to pay him back? I was just looking at the entire thing like, God, I just saw the hand of God all through this trip. Like, it was no mistake that we got to his place. After a few hours of waiting, the test results finally came out. That's how we told them, please take out your cannula. We are cuckoo going. We will not be admitted here. We are going back to where we came from. So we collected the test results, and then our host took us back to the chemist place we were at and gave the results to the doctor there for him to interpret it. And he knew exactly what was wrong with Stacy at this point, so he could begin commencing treatment. Watching this video now, I cannot stop smiling of how Lawrence showed so much care towards Stacy without even knowing where we were coming from to begin with, right? He was the one even explaining to the doctor what happened at the hospital, and he showed him the lab results for him to interpret and all of that. So the doctor now explained that the medications he needed to place Stacy on needed for her to have oil in her system. He gave one long explanation about the reaction of the drugs that are going to be infused into her system with oil, so she needed to have oil. Lawrence went and bought her food to eat so that she can have oil in her system, and what I could get for her was mineral, which you see at the site. That's what I stepped out and bought. The moment Stacy ate like that, that's how she started vomiting at this place. Her husband Lawrence, at this point I'll call him her husband because the doctor at the hospital said, are you her husband? Her husband woke up, went and held her, was tapping her back. I was just standing from afar. I was just amazed at how kind this guy was. It almost felt like I was the outsider here.
Where did you guys go to?
We just come from our country, Cameroon.
Okay, you're just coming to Nigeria.
Yes.
The nurse and the doctor at this place were so kind. They now told Stacy to step aside so she can clean the vomit. And this nurse did it with so much joy. She was not frowning her face while she was doing it. She was very nice. She was gisting with Lawrence. I think it's Lawrence's friend, but regardless, I'm not going to say that's the only reason why she's nice, and I'm not going to say she was simply upholding her professional ethics as well, because we all know, we have seen nurses that we don't know where they came from. They are so rude, as in they have zero joy while doing their job. But that was not the case for this nurse, neither was it for the doctor. So after she was done cleaning, she took Stacy inside and gave her some injections. See, I'm just so thankful to God for sending kind people our way, because I don't know how I would have done it on this trip.
Yo, we are back home. Somebody tell me why I'm feeling more exhausted than the patient. Why? How is that even possible? I'm feeling so tired. Come to think of it, I've not eaten. I've not eaten yet. Feeding in Nigeria is story for another day. So I want to go and disturb this guy again for him to go and look for me something to eat, because I don't know, I'm hungry. I want to eat, shower, and see if I too can sleep when the patient is sleeping, right? Sadly enough, that has been a day of today. Today I was hoping that the drugs I bought for Stacy yesterday will work on her overnight, so today she's fine and we can start going to the market. But the drugs get us to be, it just did not work as planned, and we had to find ourselves in the hospital today. So I'm hoping that and tomorrow she's fine and better, not even for going to the market sick, but just to have her back. You cannot come to a strange man's land and you are getting sick like this. So I'm hoping that tomorrow she gets better. That's how we have spent a day of today. What's the time right now? This is like 6:30 p.m. We're just entering. I don't even know how this vlog is going, but I don't know. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. Your girl is having a tough time in Nigeria for today. Subscribe, hit the like button, share this video. Why was I bending down my waist? I don't know, but yeah, share this video with your friends, give it a thumbs up and all that good stuff. Bye guys.
Whatever I said about eating, scrap that. I ended up not eating this night because Lawrence and I were scared of leaving Stacy all by herself, so we concentrated on getting food for her instead so she could take her drugs. And she started off by spilling some rice. Lawrence took his time and cleaned that up. By the time she ate a couple of spoons, she started vomiting again. I'm like, hey God, we have seen shege in this country. So I now just Coco said, you know what, let's go to our room. So I took Stacy from here, made her shower and oiled her, put her to bed. bed to sleep and rest. Then I came back down to now come and clean up all the mess she had created. And by the time I could get here, family members, tell me why everywhere was looking cleaned. And I'm like, what's happening? And Lawrence had gone ahead to clean. He mopped the vomit, put everything back in order. And I'm like, God, kind people. And he was like, no, it's okay, it's fine, I understand. God bless him for me. See you on the next one. Bye.